Yoga, and today we're going to be working on our root chakra. So this class is going to be the first part of a 7-part series. So I hope that you will subscribe to this channel, like this video, and follow along for the next 7 weeks while we break these chakras down. So let's get started with the root chakra. The root chakra is located at the very base of the tailbone, and emotionally it has a lot to do with either when we're in balance, feeling a sense of belonging, feeling a trust in the universe, in our life, just a sense that everything's gonna be okay. And out of balance, it can feel this constant state of distrust and fear and this really lack mentality, feeling like there's not enough for everybody to go around. There's not enough for me. The earth does not support my needs, is really issues going on with the root chakra. So in order to balance the root chakra, something that we can do to literally transform this energy going on in our head and ground the energy down is simply to connect to our bodies. So that is what one of the great things that yoga helps us do, is just to connect to our bodies. So this is a 30-minute class. It's easy. So it's great for all levels. It's great for anyone. If you're an advanced yogi, this class is perfect for you anytime you're feeling anxious, sad, afraid, lack mentality. And if you're brand new, same thing. This class will be a great place to start. So I hope that you enjoy this flow, and let's get started. Make your way into a comfortable seat and then find an earth mudra. So bringing the index and the thumb together to touch. Slide the back of the hands onto the knees and sit up nice and tall. Take a few moments here to lift your shoulders up towards your ears and then roll your shoulders down and back. Do that a couple of times and then sit nice and tall. Reach the crown of the head up towards the sky and start to root the tail down into the earth. So literally imagine yourself creating a root down into the earth, and then with your next inhale, breathe in all of those nutrients from the earth that you need to support you. And then as you breathe out, start to feel this root grow deeper. Inhale, filling up with abundance, with everything that you need. Breathing out, feeling rooted, safe, supported, connected. Continuing to follow that rhythm and taking even slower breaths, deeper breaths. Continuing to root down further into the earth. And now to really help you stay present and ground down, start to count as you breathe. And start to inhale for an entire count of 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and inhale for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a little pause and exhale. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and inhale. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. A little pause and exhale. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then do that on your own twice more, nice and slow. And then when you're ready, on your next inhale, reach your arms high up towards the sky, and then slide your hands down into your heart center and bow your forehead to your fingertips and repeat the following affirmations after me. It is safe for me to be here. The earth supports me and meets my needs. I love my body and trust its wisdom. I am immersed in abundance. I'm here and I'm real. And then starting to lift the gaze, come on up and make your way into a tabletop position. So right onto your hands and knees, bringing the wrists underneath the shoulders, the knees underneath the hips, and support underneath the knees if you'd like, a little more cushion there. And then start to take a few rounds of cat and cow. So just warming up the spine, stretching the front body, breathing into the back of the body. Take a few rounds. Find some intuitive, feel-good movements. Now coming back into a neutral spine, reach your left arm up towards the sky and then thread it underneath the right arm, sliding down to the outer left shoulder, the outer side of the left forehead. Just reach your right arm forward, square your hips. Start to breathe here into the shoulder. And then lifting back up, re-extend that left arm high, place it back down and switch it out. Right arm goes high, reaches underneath the left arm. Stretch your left arm towards the front of the mat, square your hips. Breathe into that right shoulder. Staying connected to the breath. When you're ready, reach that right arm back up towards the sky and then place it back down. From here, tuck your toes, hover the knees for a moment, and then pike your hips up to the sky and find a downward facing dog. And then coming down for a moment for child's pose, bring your knees nice and wide, melt your hips towards your heels, melt your heart down towards the earth and stretch your arms forward, lengthen through your side body, settle in and breathe. And start to make your way right back up into that down dog. Breathe here for a moment. Next inhale, shift forward, come into a high plank, and then soften those knees down to the earth. Start to lower yourself all the way down towards your chest and belly, lower your forehead. And then next inhale, come into a baby cobra. So slide your chest up. And then twice more with the breath. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, peel up. Exhale, lower down. Tuck your toes and then send those hips back up, coming into your downward dog. When you're ready, bend the knees, look forward, and step your feet up to the top of the mat. Bring your feet nice and wide, bend your knees, and start to let your weight come a little bit more towards the balls of the feet. Let your upper body hang nice and heavy, and let your hands go. So you can grab opposite elbow, or just let your hands dangle, or bring your hands to the back of the neck. And then from here, go ahead and release your hands. Bring your hands onto your hips, and with a nice long spine, come on up to standing. Next, inhale, send your arms back up high towards the sky, and then slide those hands in towards your heart center. Let's do that a few more times. Inhale, your arms high. Exhale, hands to heart. And again, inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Then from here, come into your strong, tall Utkatasana mountain shape. So find all four corners of both feet. Feel the energy rise up the legs. Feel the navel draw in towards the spine. Stand nice and tall. And then start to sit way back. So bring the weight into your heels. Come into Utkatasana chair pose. Squeeze those thighs towards one another. Sit way back. If you'd like to modify this, you can drop the hands to shoulder distance and bring the feet separated towards hip distance. Otherwise, bring the feet back together, lift the arms, and then either way, next inhale, come up onto your tippy toes and reach your hands back. Squeeze your shoulder blades together for an airplane pose. From here, come up onto your tippy toes, stand nice and tall, reach your arms towards the sky, and then exhale, release your hands by your side. So inhale back into that chair, sit low. Exhale, tippy toes, airplane arms. From here, come high up onto the balls of your feet, reach your arms to the sky. Exhale, hands by your side, heels drop. And then one more time, drop it back, lift the arms, inhale. Exhale, airplane arms, tippy toes. Inhale, stand tall all the way up, reach up. Exhale, release down, heels down, hands by your side. Inhale, arms circle to the sky. Exhale, fold your body in half. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Draw your hands to your shins. Exhale, plant your hands to your mat. Step your feet back. Come into downward facing dog. Find your breath. So it's great to practice holding these downward dogs instead of taking a chaturanga when we're working on the root chakra. When you're ready, bring that right foot forward and step it all the way up in between your hands. Let's set up for warrior one. Drop your left heel down, pull that right hip back, left hip forward, and then start to lift your arms up. Continue to energetically pull that right hip back, left hip forward, fire up your back leg, sink into that front hip, bend into your right knee, and then breathe. Stay with the breath. And then start to make your way into warrior two. Set up your right knee right on top of that right ankle. Open your hips nice and wide. Open across your chest. Extend from fingertip to fingertip. Hug your muscle to bone on your legs and feel like a strong warrior. Connect to your breath. And when you're ready from here, next inhale, come into a reverse warrior. Stretching into that right side body. And then starting to release, coming all the way back down. Step the right foot back, find downward dog, and switch to the other side. Left foot steps all the way forward. Right heel drops. Inhale those arms up. This time, energetically, the left hip will pull back, right hip forward, lengthen the spine, drop in. And then open yourself up into warrior two here on the left side. This time, left knee over left ankle. Back leg stays strong. Energy through the fingertips, strong breath. Now stay low in your lunge. Inhale, come back into reverse warrior. And exhale, let it go. Left hand comes down, right hand follows. Step yourself back, downward facing dog. Now starting to make it a little flow. Step your right foot forward and reach up, warrior one. Exhale, open up, warrior two. Inhale, come into reverse warrior, and then exhale your hands down. This time on your inhale, find an airplane pose. So fingertips can stay for support or reach up by your sides. Lift your chest, lift your heel, fire up your core, and then come on up to standing and bring that left foot onto either your calf or your inner thigh. And find a tree pose. Hands to heart center. Or you can reach those arms up towards the sky. Find a few breaths. Feeling that root once again rooting down into the earth. And then go ahead and release. Slide your hands to your heart. Inhale those arms up. Exhale, swan dive in half. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, drop your hands. Step your feet back, downward dog. Now step your left foot all the way up. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, fingertips come down, square your hips forward, and then launch into airplane. Launch your heel, launch your chest, fire up your core, fire up your standing leg, breathe. And then make your way into tree. Foot can come to the calf or to the inner thigh, or as a little kickstand if you need more support, that's perfectly fine. Slide your hands to your heart. You might want to close your eyes for this, reach your arms to the sky, any variation of tree that you'd like that helps you feel grounded. And then release the foot, release the hands to the heart. Stand tall. From here, start to separate your feet about hip distance apart. And then fold yourself in half. Bend your left knee and reach that right arm up towards the sky. Come into a twist. And then start to slide your left hand forward at a diagonal from your pinky toe. Kick your right heel back and come into a half moon pose. So stay open across your chest. Lift your left eye up towards your right hand. Stay strong through your core. And then step that right foot way back. Come back into your warrior two. And set up for a triangle pose. So bump your hips back, reach your hands forward. Stay long in your spine. And a super strong, solid foundation in the legs. When you're ready, release your right hand down, square your hips off, and then start to lift that left arm up to the sky. Come into a revolved triangle pose. Your right hand can come on top of a block if this feels really tight. And then next, start to make your way into a revolved half moon. So just reach that right hand a little bit further out in front of you. Keep that upper body twisted open towards the sky. Kick that right heel up. And then just go ahead and let that go. Fold in half. Lift your all 10 toes and slide your hands underneath your feet. Give the back of your wrists a little massage for a moment and just hang out here for a few breaths. And then setting up for the other side. When you're ready, bring your feet back out, hip distance, bend your knees. Bend that right knee especially and start to peel your left arm up towards the sky. From here, reach your right arm out to a diagonal of your right pinky toe. Kick your left heel straight back. Open across your chest. Fire up your standing leg. Maybe begin to hover your fingertips off the earth or keep them there for support. And then release that left heel down. Find warrior two. Setting up for triangle pose once again. If you'd like to grab a block at all, you can use a block here. So straighten your legs, bump your hips back, and then reach your arms forward and bring that bottom hand on top of your block, and then rotate your ribs open towards the sky. So peel your chest open. Reach that right eye towards your left thumb. Stay long in your spine, strong in your legs. And release your left hand from here. Step your back foot a little bit forward. Draw your navel in towards your spine. Left hand can stay on that block. Right arm gently peels open towards the sky. Revolve triangle. Breathe here. And then start to come into your revolved half moon. So slide your hand out a little bit more. Keep that hand underneath the shoulder and then kick up. Reach up. Twist open and release. Drop your heel. Drop your head. This time, peace fingers to big toes. Fold yourself in half. Breathe deeply. When you're ready, start to come down, making your way into child's pose once again. Hips to heels, heart to earth. Surrender. Begin to make your way back up into a comfortable seat. And start to set up for shoelace pose. So let's start with the left leg crossed over the right leg. If you like to, you could bring a little bit of support underneath your hips. I'm just going to slide my sheepskin underneath my hips and then cross that left knee on top of the right. Align your knees on top of each other. If you have anything going on in your legs and your bottom knee especially, and feels like too much, just straighten that bottom leg out in front of you. Bring your hands onto your feet. You can stay here, stay seated here if that feels enough, or you can fold deeply in half. Bring your awareness into any sensation you feel here in the lower body. Send your breath there. Find a place that you can really be in without struggling, without fidgeting, without needing to move or be anywhere else. And just breathe here for about another minute or so. And then when you're feeling ready, you can gently begin to come up. Switch the cross of the legs. Sit tall for a moment. Align the knees. Fold in half. Bring the awareness to the low body. Send the breath there. And surrender. Gently begin to come on up and start to set yourself up for your final resting pose. So whatever you would like your final Shavasana to be, if you were with me for my very first YouTube video, The way that we set up for the beginning of that class is going to be how we're going to set up for Shavasana today. If you don't have something like this in your living room that you can climb up on, you can always do this against the wall. Just simply slide your hips onto a wall and lift your heels up over your hips. Slide your legs up against the wall, and you can come into that position, or you can just simply lay flat on your back and take a traditional Shavasana, or you can take this modified variation with your feet on the edges of the couch and your heart lifted underneath the pillow, your head supported, your chest open. Close your eyes and just give yourself permission to take this time to really help yourself get out of your head, root into the earth, be present, feel safe, feel abundant, feel secure. If you need a little more time here, take all the time that you need. If you feel you're ready to reawaken, just roll yourself into a fetal position onto your side, feeling the support of the earth. And then gently begin to make your way up into a comfortable seat. You can bring something to sit on if you like. Bring your hands to your heart center and bow your forehead to the tips of your fingers. Repeat after me. It is safe for me to be here. I love my body and trust its wisdom. I am immersed in abundance. The earth supports me and meets my needs. I'm here and I'm real. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to this week's class. I hope you enjoyed. Please tune back in next week for the Sacral Chakra class. Subscribe, like, share this video, comment, let me know what you think. Thank you so much. Namaste.